Yo, what's going on, everybody? My name is Machiavelli, and last week Cardi B dropped arguably one of the worst songs in this year. This year's been trash. It's been super dope, but it's been so polarizing. But this song just falls over in the garbage section of 2025, bro. You know what I'm saying? The original song, the beat, is a JC song. I love that song. It's Imaginary Players. You know what I'm saying? It's JC. That song is a classic. It might be a little underground, for new people that just got into rap. Bro, I even though I'm young, I still know my JC. You know what I'm saying? It's from Volume 1. Imaginary Players goes by the same name of Cardi B song. But, bro, the talk that JC got in there, it was like I was popping Cristal with your motherfucker thought it was beer and shit. It was like, no, we haven't had somebody talk like that in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It is a song that touched a lot of people, especially older people. But I don't get it why she will grab. Of course it's nostalgia. Of course it's like she also from Brooklyn. Of course it's like I don't know if I think she's from Brooklyn or from New York or some shit. But I know she from up there. Even though she Latina and shit, I know she grew up in there. But still though, it's like, you don't mess around with a classic like that. If you want to get it, cool. I got none against sampling. I'm a beat maker too. I sample all the time. I use loops all the time. You know what I'm saying? But, you don't mess up something that's already good. You know what I'm saying? Especially if something like that respected. And it's like a holy grail of music, It's a very sacred song. If you haven't heard it, it's very different from today's hip-hop. But, bro, if you like the clips, you like Kendrick, you're gonna like this one. I'm 100% sure you're gonna love it. But you don't grab a song like that and you mess it up. You don't add your new age feminism shit into it. It's good. You know what I'm saying? If you want that, I got none against that. But if you try to deviate something from its original idea and you're trying to change something that's not, bro, it's like I cannot advocate for it, And even though I would give it a pass if it sounded good and you were convinced of what you were saying and you were 100%, what you believed what you write, But this song, I hear it and it's like, I'm pretty sure you didn't even write this, It just doesn't sound like you. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't sound like somebody, that you were genuinely believing what you say, I believe somebody, because first of all, this type of beat, nobody past the age of nobody below the age of 30 would hop in this into this type of beat and they being a mainstream artist. I would see Kendrick or Push or Denzel maybe hopping into it, but I wouldn't see nobody else apart from those 3-4 names that I just mentioned or are on the top of my head. I really wouldn't imagine nobody grabbing from that. It's a different sound. It's not popping right now, and Cardi B is the definition of a mainstream artist. She's all about the image. She got fun music. It's not for me though, but I can see why. It's catchy. It's for the females, for the clubs, for the radio. You know what I'm saying? She got the image. She got a nice body and shit. You won't hop into the Imaginary Players by JC. That song is for the hustlers. That song's for the people go getting money. That song's for street people. That song's for, the old cats, what I'm saying, that we're hustling on the streets. That's not for people in the clubs. That's not for your audience, So I don't know why the hell you decided to get that song. It just doesn't feel genuine to me. I wouldn't see somebody like Cardi B choosing to rap over a beat like this, or choosing to rap, especially a song that already exists, trying to grab from this. I would see, I would expect you to grab from let's say maybe a 2000s joint that was a little more commercial, maybe a little Kim and shit, you know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't expect you to grab from a J. That's 100% somebody else's decision. Somebody else wrote over it and they gave it to you, and you read over with the paper, or you heard the reference track and you heard that shit, and then you went and delivered it. But it just feels not genuine. I don't feel you. You know what I'm saying? And again, if you really felt it, if you really delivered a dope song that it wasn't it was totally different from the original, I would still give credit where credit is due. But bro, this song is bad by any single angle that you see it, But still, it's I think it didn't even chart on the Billboard, You know what I'm saying? If it did, I'm 100% sure like next week, or you know, after 1 week of release, it's gonna get dropped. You know, it's not gonna sustain because it's just, it didn't stick. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just the music that Cardi does, you know. But she got the image, she got the mainstream appeal, she got the audience. She went on hiatus for years. She didn't release a album since 2018. She has only one album, which won the fucking Grammy. I don't know how. I made a video about it. I think it's like top 2, top 1 Grammy robberies of all time. Well, 50's number 1. She's the second one. Like, bro, she robbed Travis with Astroworld. She dropped Daytona with Push, and Nipsey Hussle Victory Lap, and Mac Miller was Swimming. And I think I'm missing one more in there, but still, bro, those albums are, we still listening to it today. They got so many hits. That one had hits, it had commercial appeal and shit, but it's not album of the year by any means, bro. Not at all. But I mean, if you wanna put a female rapper in the forefront, I get it. You know, women been killing it. I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's not for me. I won't be singing what the women are singing, bro. Like, I don't gyrate ass. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know, I could not relate in any way, shape, or form of what they're saying. It's just too different, you know what I'm saying? But good for them, because they dominating the game, bro. You know, they making the money, they making the moves, they making the streams. You know what I'm saying? They got motion and shit, you know? And that's good for them, but bro, it's like, you know, if they could make music that's more conscious, that's more like a Kendrick, bro, and be at that same level of notoriety, like, I want to see that, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got none against female rapping, bro, but like, rap, you know what I'm saying? Don't make it about your image, you know? And that's the same for the males, bro. But that's, you know, the type of rap that I want to see, like somebody like, you know, Cardi do, or somebody with that, you know, power, star power. But of course, they're not gonna do it, you know what I'm saying? So when they go and grab a song like Jay, you know what I'm saying, like JC's classic, and they mess it up, you know, it's a little bit agitating, you know. It's not doesn't sit well with hip hop fans, you know what I'm saying? Doesn't sit well with somebody that's a fan of the culture. But anyways, man, this is my 2 cents on it. I don't like the record. Comment below if you like the record or not. If you haven't heard the original JC song, Imaginary Players, out of Volume 1, The Life and Times of Sean Carter, go and listen to that shit. You're gonna love it, you know. But sit down with the lyrics and feel what he's saying, because the motherfucker's like, he drops a lot of game in there, bro. It's like ego tripping, like Overdrive. You know what I'm saying? Like, go and sit down and give it a time of the day, because that song is pretty worth it, man. Even though it's old, man, you know, you should educate on that shit. But still, man, you know, if you're discovering this song, the original one, thanks to Cardi, I think that at least was, you know, the only successful thing, in my opinion. If people got to realize that it was a JC song, and people go and listen to JC song because of Cardi, then I think it was a W. Don't get me wrong, even though the song is trash, but if it raised the awareness of the original one, I think it was a W, because that's great music, bro. And I want the word to listen to that shit. But, you know, it's just my 2 cents on it, man. And, you know, I'll catch you guys in the next video. 1.